I'll never forget the feeling of being completely alone in a city I didn't know. Not a clue about where I was and no way to communicate with anyone. I mean, we've all been there, right? Lost in a new place, maybe not fully prepared for the chaos that travel sometimes throws at you. But this was different. It was my second day in a foreign country, the streets crowded, the sounds buzzing all around me like this unfamiliar hum, and I was trying to find a cool spot I'd seen on Instagram. But then I took a wrong turn. You know that moment when you look up from your phone and realize you've walked way too far. Like, how did I get here? Why do these streets look completely unfamiliar? And why is my phone battery at 3%? I felt this tightness in my chest, like a knot. I was already a little stressed, traveling alone, not knowing the language, and on top of that, I'd been walking for hours, and I was starting to get really, really hungry. I tried to stay calm. I mean, I had my map, right? And GPS? But I guess I didn't realize how much I was relying on the internet, the signals, and all the little things that were supposed to make travel easy. But the signal was spotty, and my phone died. And that's when it hit me. I was stuck. I was completely on my own in a city where I didn't speak the language, didn't know anyone, and felt like every turn I made only took me farther away from any recognizable landmark. I remember standing there, feeling this rising panic. I started to think about everything that could go wrong. What if I got hurt? What if I needed help? What if my wallet got stolen, or I needed to cancel a flight but couldn't get through to anyone? And that's when I realized something crucial, something I'd almost overlooked before my trip. Travel insurance. I know, it sounds so boring and just another thing to add to the list, right? I used to think that way too. I was like, I'm healthy, I've got a credit card, I'll be fine. But being there, in that moment of complete helplessness, I realized how important it was. Travel insurance isn't just about covering things like medical emergencies or trip cancellations. It's about having a safety net, knowing that if something goes wrong, someone's got your back. So I had this one moment of clarity. I pulled up my phone, tried to restart it, and after a few moments, I managed to get it working just enough to reach the insurance provider I'd used. I hadn't even thought about them since I bought the policy, but suddenly I was grateful I had it. They were super helpful, walked me through how to get back to my hotel, gave me some quick tips for local transport, and just made me feel like I wasn't completely on my own. I'd bought this plan on a whim, and it turned out to be the best decision I'd made for this trip. I can't tell you how relieved I felt, knowing that I had a support system in a city where I knew no one. It wasn't some major crisis, but having that peace of mind was everything. Now, I never travel without travel insurance. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. We can't control everything when we're out there exploring, and it's comforting to know that no matter what happens, there's help when you need it. I've learned that it's not just the big emergencies that matter. Sometimes, it's the small stuff that can spiral into something bigger. A lost phone, a missed flight, or just feeling helpless in a new city. And if you're wondering where I found this insurance that saved my sanity, I'll be honest. Aura's Insure has been a game changer for me. They weren't just about protecting my trip, they made me feel like I wasn't alone when things went off track. They're not a big sponsor or anything, just a company I trust and genuinely use for my travels. So, next time you plan a trip, consider the backup plan. Trust me, it can make all the difference.